Hello students, I am Prakash Tripathi and today I am going to explain you the last poem of your book Flamingo on Jennifer's Tigers. This is a very small poem but it has a very deep meaning and some message also. The poem is written by Adrian Rich and this poem was written in 1951, almost 71 years ago. So you can imagine the time when women were not given that much right. A few women used to go out to work, but most of the women stay at home only. As far as the writer, the poetess Adrian is concerned, she was an American activist, teacher, poet and a feminist also. She fought for the right of the women and the subjugation of women as well. In this poem, the poet addresses the constraints of women, the restrictions that limit the women and the hard experiences which they undergo through their married life. So here are some words which I have written, the difficult word meanings which we are going to come across. Denizen, this means residents or the natives, inhabitants also you can call. It is referred to the tigers. They are the denizens of the world of green. The prance, the movement of the prance, the movement of the tigers. Prance, actually it's a jumping, but jumping in a very spirited manner. That is called prance. Then chivalric, this is again a term used for tigers. Chivalric means who are brave and honorable. Ordeals means the painful experiences. This ordeal word has been referred to Aunt Jennifer, the hardship which she undergoes through her married life, that is called ordeals. Mastered by, mastered means controlled by. She was controlled by her husband, no doubt. Sleek again is the word used for the tiger. Sleek means very elegant, very sophisticated. And topaz here, topaz, T-O-P-A-Z. This is a precious stone, yellowish in color. So these are the words which we are going to come across and I will explain them also. Now let's begin the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen. Now Aunt Jennifer's tigers, she doesn't have any tigers. Means she is embroidering the tigers on her embroidery panel, as you can see in the book. On the embroidery panel which she is embroidering tigers, and they are prancing across the screen, across the wall, you can say. Bright topaz, denizens of world of green. These tigers are bright, shining. Topaz means yellowish in color. Denizens of world of green. The world of green means they are surrounded by the greenery. No doubt they live in a forest and forest is full of green. So that is why they live in the world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They do not fear. Tigers are fearless. I would like to tell you that there are many symbols used in this poem. And tiger is a symbol of strength, fearlessness. They do not fear. In other words, they do not fear the hunters who stands beneath the tree. They pace, they walk, they pace up and down in a sleek, in a very elegant manner, in a very sophisticated manner. Chivalric, no doubt they are brave and honorable. And certainty, certainty here means confidence. They are full of confidence. They are full of elegant manner. And these are some adjectives used for the description of Aunt Jennifer's tigers. So in the first paragraph we see how the tigers of Aunt Jennifer's are. Now in the second paragraph, Aunt Jennifer's finger fluttering through her wool. Fluttering means moving. Now she is doing the embroidery and she is pulling the wool. Find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The needle with which she is embroidering the tigers, they are very light, no doubt. But she finds it very difficult even to pull the ivory needle. That shows that she is very, very weak. She does not have even that much strength to pull out those light needles. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band, the massive, the huge, the big weight of uncle's wedding band. Now, the poet wants to say that her married life is not happy. She is suffering. She is being tortured mentally as well as physically. That is why she says, uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. It means it is a burden. The wedding band has become a burden for Aunt Jennifer. She is so tortured that her mental and physical strength are so in a very weak position that she cannot even pull the ivory needle. Okay. When aunt is dead. Now in the last paragraph, the poet says that a day will come when aunt is dead. Her terrified hands will be still ringed with ordeals. Now the word ringed has two meanings. The poetess says that after the death, her terrified hands, she is so terrified. She is so terrified by the tortures of her husband that her hands will lie still, ringed with ordeals. Now, ordeals, I have given you the meaning, the painful experiences. That painful experiences which she underwent, that can be still visible in her hand, because those hands will still look terrified. And the word ringed means the wedding ring. No doubt she is dead, but the wedding ring is still in her hand. And this is the conventional meaning of a ring, the wedding ring. And the other meaning is that she is still surrounded. Ringed means surrounded. She is still surrounded by the responsibilities of a family. So the word ringed has a pun here. She was mastered by the painful experiences by which she was controlled by. Mastered by means her husband was a very merciless person. He used to torture her, and this shows that she lived in a male dominant society where everything is governed or controlled by men only, and women are treated as a secondary person. They did not get due respect or honor which they should get in the society. The tigers in the panel that she made, but though her fingers are terrified, hands will look terrified, but the tigers which she is making in the panel will go on prancing, proud and afraid. Those tigers who are unafraid, who are proud, they will go on prancing or jumping in a very spirited manner as usual. So this poem has many symbols used in this poem. As I told you, the four major symbols which are used in the poem are the tigers. Tigers are the symbol of strength and fearlessness. And Aunt Jennifer herself is a symbol of those women who are victimized. She represents those women who becomes a victim of male dominant society. And ring is also a symbol. Ring is a symbol of bondage. And the massive weight, the wedding band, is a symbol of oppression. So a very beautiful symbolic interpretation has been done in this poem. And the poet wants to say that Aunt Jennifer is making the tigers. There is a very important question asked in this poem. Why is she making tigers which are totally different of her nature? See, Aunt Jennifer is very weak, very submissive and afraid of men. On the other hand, tigers are fearless, they are brave, they are not afraid of men. So actually she wants to have the qualities which tigers have. She is struggling. She wants to become free and she wants to rebel, but she cannot rebel because she doesn't have that much might or power, you can say. But she is trying to show her bitterness. She is trying to show her anger through the tigers which she is embroidering. The poet also wants to give a message to the readers that the woman should revolt, the woman should rebel against the subjugations and the torture and the mental and physical hardship which they undergo through their married life. So poet herself was a feminist, she herself was an activist, and she gives a very clear message for all the women of the world, wherever they are, that you should not be subdued, you should not be dominated by male or your husbands. You should revolt, you should fight for your rights. I think I have explained everything. That's all in this poem. Thank you for listening me.